I'm trying to add some class to the show.
Now?
Yeah.
So you're leaving?
200 videos in?
Yes. What's up, everybody, and welcome to another Shockana Toy Reviews 2, sometimes 3 idiots, 1 camera, and a review. I'm Wilson. I am joined by Mr. Berg and Mr. Toast, or just Toast.
Mecha Toast. We're doing a Transformer.
Yeah, I'm glad we got past all that. That was very easy. We're reviewing a Transformer.
Ish.
What is
Third
this?
party. This is MMC's R-40 Jaguar.
That's the box. Woo!
Saboteur. Gorgeous.
Look at that pretty pussy right there.
So look at this toy that will never see the day of light like this again. So this is a remold of, I can't remember,
The pet.
Foxfire?
Foxwire. Yeah.
AKA the pet, into a stupid alt mode standing
Because we have to have one.
right, because it's a Transformer.
Yeah.
And they're not going to make a cassette that looks like an IDW
Yeah.
Ravage.
Isn't this a Beast Wars homage?
That too.
Yeah.
Did
I don't.
either of you watch Beast Wars?
I did.
I did
Okay.
not. I've seen one episode. So instead of having De Minimis Albus or Dumbledore. Dumbledore, he transforms into this anthropomorphic robot dude
Island of Dr. Monroe. Dr. Monroe.
With a cat head.
Yeah, with a
with
cat.
a cat head.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's an interesting choice. At this point, I understand why they did it. Obviously, it's easier to do that
worked.
than a whole. Yeah, it worked, but it's like I don't see how, unless you get 2,
Mm-hmm.
I don't see how this guy will ever be displayed in this mode by anyone.
I don't know, man. Maybe
Like,
there's
I
some
would
Beast War
display him
guys
like
out there.
that.
I don't know.
Yeah, or I would display him like this as some kind of like joke or so. I don't know.
Here's a picture of his Beast Wars robot mode.
Yeah, so I
Yep.
guess this is
A
Toast-
very weak homage to that.
Yeah, which is kind of neat. I like it does look like he's got a belt on, which I think the picture did, but I don't know.
He literally has like 3 paint apps.
Yeah.
He's got gold shoulders and then a red belt buckle. The rest of it, as far as I can tell, is just solid plastic with maybe a finish on it or something, because it is metallic, more metallic in some spots and the silver than others, but
I think the metallic on the belt is painted.
might be.
There's a surprising amount of articulation in robot mode that I imagine is more effective in cat mode. But there is a lot of moving parts. It doesn't always look good. There's these hip joints. So you can get out wide to the side, but then you've got this ugly crotch joint system. His both thighs and knees swivel, which I find interesting. Everything else seems pretty straightforward. So his neck moves side to side. It's very interesting.
Girlfriend.
There's a lot going on.
I do want to point out, out of the box, you need the instructions to complete transformation again.
Again? No.
Yeah.
What the?
His head is not positioned in the final robot mode, nor are his heel spurs.
Yeah. Sounds about right.
He's got like 40,000 joints in his shoulders. All this stuff moves in different directions. He's got shoulder swivel, double joint elbows, wrist swivel.
The hands do not open.
His hands do not open, but they spin. Whoopie ding dong. He has a ball jointed, crazy, a lot of room. Like, there you go. You can move his neck side to side and you can get him all that. Shantae, what does that RuPaul say? I don't know. But
I don't know.
Not the one
I hear his waist areas.
yeah, and then he's
Gotta
got
be
the
careful
aforementioned goofy hips. Thighs, knees are double jointed. And then he's got crazy good range on his feet. And got ankle tilt a little bit, and then you can move his claw toes and his heel spur. And he's got a tail that you should probably hide in this mode. That is crazy ball jointed and can move in all awesome directions.
I like this tail a lot better than the one on the Foxfire guy.
Yeah. So while we're in this mode, we'll do this mode accessories. He comes with a little blaster.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
Comes with 2 of them. They're the same sculpt, but he comes with 2 little blasters.
It's an homage to the Beast Wars cartoon again.
He got space guns. They have little tiny trigger tabs that fit in his little tiny holes in his non-articulated fingers. They're not going anywhere. They're all right. Never to be used. And then the instructions show that the hip rockets go on in this mode as well. And in the comic book, he gives a big rocket towards MMC's Shockwave. Spoilers maybe coming soon. I will totally buy their Shockwave if they make a Shockwave that's not turned into a boat.
Yeah. And here's the kitty cat mode. This is very interesting.
IDW Ravage.
Yes, IDW Ravage. The mode that probably 99% of people are buying them for.
At least 1% in this room.
Yes, that's right. There's nothing different in terms of paint or anything that we haven't seen.
Nope.
Other than on the missiles. But
there's also no new extra articulation, but it makes use of all the articulation that was previously shown.
That's true, but why don't you talk about the shoulders here, which is kind of neat.
I actually read the instructions because I couldn't get one of the pieces to work because, me. These shoulders rotate 360, so when you have them in this alignment, this part is what I'm talking about. Rotates, so that brings his whole shoulder forwards to give his legs back and shoulders forward and gives him a wider chest up here, so he looks more cat-like. You can rotate it back and you can see just how it
folds in, kind of just lines up, right?
Yeah, you can see how that one's further back now than this one.
Yeah,
subtle, but
it's a nice touch.
It's something you can do. According to
helps.
directions, and I never would have ever transformed it that way had I not read the instructions, because this knee for some reason wouldn't collapse. The other one went right away, and this one was stuck, and I thought it was broken. And then what happened was that we broke him. I did it to play a trick on them because I read the instructions that you can pull them apart for pull apart action. They actually thought they broke him while filming 10 minutes ago, and I didn't catch on, so
we all won.
We all win. And you can really see how his tail can...
Yeah, that'll add some personality.
Yeah. We forgot to mention that his mouth does open.
Meow. Much like the
and
other
his
guy.
teeth are painted.
Much like the other guy.
Exactly like the other guy. So, this is the mode I wanted. This looks like the Ravage I wanted. Do I miss that he doesn't turn into cassette? No, because he would be way smaller, and he never hangs out with Soundwave ever in the last 50 issues of
at least. Yeah, they're not even in the same book.
Yeah. I wanted a MMC Ravage to go with my MMC Megatron and my MMC DJD and all those guys. One of the accessories we've already taken a look at are these hip missiles. His guns attach to the back of the hip missiles to, as Wilson says,
give it the look of the original and the design where these missiles are attached to a hinge on his hip that can either make it come out or in and out or up and down.
Yep. So you can store his pistols in Ravage mode.
I like the fact that you can store it. I don't like the fact that it doesn't seem to function well and that it's just there for aesthetic. Like, I wish they could have just given the missiles the hinge.
He comes with the
same gun that we've seen a couple of times.
4th or 5th version, 3rd
of this
gun of Voss, right?
Yeah.
This one is sculpted in a dark gray black plastic. It is got the pinkish purple Energon highlights on the stripes, on the viewfinder for the scope.
Yep.
The front of the scope is a dark orange that could probably use another pass. And then there's a nice shiny silver screen for your friends to watch what you're shooting.
So now, my question to you is, when do you think they will release a second version of this, but with blue energon? And how long do you think it will take me to tell the difference between those two?
I think,
2 more DJD.
yeah, I think pretty soon.
Really? You think they'll actually do that?
I'm surprised we haven't gotten a clear red one.
That's true.
For your grayish black rifle, they give you the accessory, the adapter to fit in other guys' hands who can't all hold it.
Yeah.
So you get that.
I like that version better.
And then the real reason we all bought this figure, you get another miner helmet.
But it's not for him to wear, though.
But it's not for him to wear. It's for those 3 panels that one guy vaguely remembered, the other guy kind of remembered, and I had no idea and could not remember at all because it's been so long.
Did you even read Megatron Origins? That was early IDW.
Yeah, I might have. I can't remember
Yeah.
at this point. So you get that, but what you get, what we all, remember,
Dude, I love this.
you get Wreck-Gar's head.
No. This is
No.
gladiatorial
This
combat.
is what Megatron looks like when he takes his pot off.
Right.
These are his Megatronian dreadlocks,
Solar collectors.
solar collectors. So you can put this head on your Megatron figure if you bought him. He's got an angry face, and there's some great gold paint that doesn't show up really well, and the hair is articulated.
Yes.
Makes me love it even more.
And yeah, he's got some nice eye accents. His teeth are actually painted, I think.
White.
And that just pops on because his head is a ball joint.
Yes.
Boop.
White teeth, red eyes.
Very, very cool. For those of you who remember those panels, I don't.
It was so ridiculous. It had some staying power mentally.
That's the head on him, and then you can have him hold the helmet in his hand to show that wonderful picture.
Yep.
Yeah. And then what most...
It does look a little smaller, doesn't it? But I guess it would if he doesn't have the helmet on.
because he took his helmet off.
God, MMC, you're so good!
But the real reason everyone might buy Ravage is for the #1 complaint of Megatron MMC, and that is
This giant square hole.
right here. And then you get this lovely little cover that for some reason I'm terrified to put in because
What, paint scratch?
no, how do you get it off?
Oh, it says in the directions to push at one side.
So there you go, boom. Now you can fill the giant holes that everyone hates.
Well, that's funny that you bought something for filler pieces, as one who myself also buys kits and stuff for filler pieces.
Yes, but I got an entire another figure.
Touche.
And then if you're especially goofy and order all your MMC guys through Planet Steel Express, and be careful because this is just loose in the cardboard box, so some people
It's
might
not even packaged. They might throw it out.
might throw it away. You get the same head again, but with black highlights. So
It looks like a really dark purple.
Yeah.
it might be his Autobot versus Decepticon.
Aroused, not aroused.
Who knows? But I got another head, and now I have a billion heads for this guy to decide. And in case you're wondering, missile fire in action.
Ejaculation. Gotcha. And to see size again, we have them next.
To Megatron. Looks perfect.
Yeah.
Oops.
Oh, wow. I can't get him to do it. I could get mine.
What do you mean? You got your Ravage to stand on one foot?
No, remember when we were doing the dog? I got the dog to do one.
Yeah.
Or the fox.
And the hound?
So I don't think he can pass the 1 foot test, at least not like this. So, but he's not meant to. All right, so we're going to start with our final thoughts. Toast.
Right. I've complained about this mold from the Foxfire. It's hard to put into words, but I don't like it.
Because his leg's on backwards right
No. So I've got the Perfect Effect, same as Wilson version of Ravage.
Did you say Perfect Effect?
Perfection
series.
Yes.
Yes,
Ocular Max.
Yes.
Perfection series.
Yeah.
Ocular Max Ravage, that I vastly prefer over this. Of the entire set, all I want are the arm fillers, but I'm not gonna pay. It's like $70 or $80 for this thing. It just blows my mind. No offense to Berg, but it blows my mind. Out of 5 hammers, I'd do it. See that's the weird thing is like
Can you explain what you mean by blows your mind? What blows your mind? It's so awesome
that someone would pay that much for this. Because it's a bad cat. It's a bad robot. The articulation is pretty nice though. The accessories are for a different figure. The gun's nice. The heads are nice if you're into the heads. All I want, and I've said this before, are the arm fillers. And I'm just not going to pay the price for it. But this is a bad toy. It's not good. It needs a lot. So like I said, the articulation is impressive. The aesthetics are not. It does not look good in either mode. This in no way looks like a cat. It barely looks like a robot in robot mode. I'm gonna go with a 2, and that's only I think for the articulation, because he has no paint. He has terrible looks in both modes.
Dude, you look like you're gonna lose sleep over this.
2
for
the accessories and articulation.
Okay.
And I'm done.
So I'm gonna have to echo almost every point that Toast made, even the score. I agree, it's a 2. The only reason that he gets a 2 is because of all the cool accessories for Megatron. If he didn't have that, this toy would be like a 1.5. I agree with him. I like the look of the Ocular Max Ravage a ton better, and I think it actually fits better with the Megatron. I don't know what it is. Like, to me, the Ravage doesn't even look like the comic book that much. I know I'll probably eat my words when I go searching online for an image, but I don't know. And he's like, the color is not a black, it's a like really like weird kind of gray, greenish gray. And I don't know. He don't do it for me. But again, the Fox really didn't do it for me either, so that's not a surprise. You know what I mean? No. So 2, yeah, I don't recommend them unless you're really big on every single Megatron accessory. And even then, there's got to be somebody out there who just doesn't want something of, or you can make your own fillers, or somebody else has got to be on that.
No, people have already 3D printed arm fillers for him.
Yeah, it's just being able to paint it. Yeah, I agree. I see what you're saying. So yeah, 2, don't buy it.
I'm going to give him a 3. I want an IDW Ravage. He reminds me of IDW Ravage. I didn't want a tape Ravage because it's ridiculous out of proportion. The fact that I got all this extra shit for Megatron is great because everybody keeps bitching that they don't have enough accessories or the right accessories, and like, what the fuck accessory does Ravage need? Mm-hmm. They just keep giving me more shit for Megatron, who was in the top 5 toys of a few years ago. So awesome. Thank you. Do I need another version of this stupid fucking gun? No, but I have 18 versions of Drift's sword, so I don't expect differently. Was I super excited that they're giving me the panel fillers? Yeah, because now I got panel fillers for the one arm. I'm going to say I don't need 2 because I'm going to have him with his blaster probably most of the time. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. And I'm happy with the colors. I bet you they're pretty close to the one you have. If not, oh well. I just randomly Googled IDW Ravage and 3 of the first 5 pictures that I could find of him. Close enough. Good enough for me. Is he too expensive? Yes, every MMC guy is expensive. If you want this Ravage, get it. If you don't, they're totally right, and he is not a great Ravage, but he's the best Ravage I have by a lot. And for someone who hates the Perfection series, Wilson loves that Ravage.
Their cassette guys are the only guys that I think have been good. So,
that's fine.
But the ultimate question is, are you happy with your purchase?
Totally.
Totally? Awesome.
Yeah.
Good. Then I'm happy.
I also love the fact that you can tear them apart and have
Yeah,
corpse Ravage.
that's kind of cool.
Make it sad.
Guzzle feature.
Yes.
Yeah, with guzzle feature.
Yeah.
All right, so thank you for watching. Let us know your thoughts on this toy if you got them, and anything else. Like and subscribe to the channel. Give it a thumbs up, give it a thumbs down. Leave your comments below, and all the social media stuff is at the bottom of the screen. There's some in the social notes. Check out the Instagram, especially if you want to see pictures of
Wilson's Toys.
But yeah, it's my Instagram account, but toys that won't necessarily be on the show. So thanks for watching, and until next time.
Silence.
Don't